Hello, my little angels. Welcome. This is Nuja. I hope you're all having a beautiful day or beautiful night. Mwah. And today I'm going to be giving a channeled message, collective message. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Your difficulties are ending for good. For good. So, the first part of the message, better days are coming. I saw 1010 twice, and we also have 1010. We have three tens in this spread I just pulled these cards 10 10 10. And 1010 is about cycles ending and new beginnings starting, and better days are coming. Your difficulties are ending for good. Like, that is literally 1010. That's 1010. So if you have been seeing 1010, you know what's up. And also, I want to say I started this video at 414. So that is 414 is 9 when you add it up. 9, and 9 in numerology is about endings. Endings and lessons and like learning. I believe, right? Yeah, learning endings. Yeah, it's very like it's on endings. So we're just gonna focus on the ending part. So endings, endings, endings. So your difficulties are ending for good. Emphasis on for good. For good. A lot of these cycles, I feel for the collective, for a lot of the collective, that these cycles have been for years. These cycles have been very long, very like, when is this gonna be over? And it's gonna be over for good. Like, this is a very, like, this is a message for, I feel, for a lot of people that, you know, they're there are cycles that you've been waiting and you've been healing and praying for them to end. You've been praying for better days and a better life, just happier days, more peacefulness, and you will get it. You will get it. And not only that, but you will never have to deal with those difficulties ever again. And I want that to have, I hope that gives someone some peace and a sense of security, because, I feel like a lot of people in the collective have just been like done, and like they're like, I want to give up. And I feel that, because like there are so many times where I'm like, what is the point of anything? Like, what is the point of anything? And but like, then I that's just my shadow side saying, like, what's the point of everything? But then my higher self, like my true self, is like, what? I want to live. I want to live. I want to do things. And so I also feel like a message for a lot of us is that to stay in tune with your purpose, to stay in tune with your joy, what you find, what makes you happy, doing the things that make you happy, and not caring what anyone has to say about it. And so I also want to say, it was raining earlier, like a lot, and it's getting kind of cold for me. So let me just grab this sweater. So yeah, it was raining, and when I was just meditating and I was thinking about the rain and looking at the rain, and I heard, like, cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. And I was writing this message down. And so, a lot of us in the collective we will be cleansed. We will be cleansed. We will be, like, like cleansed, and like from these past cycles, these past hurts, these past stresses, these past craziness, and we will be fresh and new, like new people, like new life, new cycles, new everything, new beginnings. And other people in the collective who have been causing difficulties, they will be washed away. So us, we are being washed off, we are being cleansed, cleared, and the others who are causing difficulties, they are being washed away. So if you get that, if you understand that message, you get it, you get it, you get it. And literally, I heard like God is doing a cleanup. Okay, God is doing a cleanup, and not just on people, but like on the like the energies. Like I felt that so strongly. Like collective energies are being cleansed, and like nature is being cleansed. Like this is not just with people. Like this is like a collective thing. Like I said, like the earth is being cleansed. The plants. I was gonna say the planets, but no, I mean plants. The plants and the nature, the animals, like everything is being cleansed for new. And like it's also this energy I'm getting of like cleanup, like you know when you get dirty, for example, you go like running around in mud, you're gonna have to take a shower, take that mud off, right? And I feel like what is happening is like right now, like a lot of us have like spiritual mud, or like mud on our spirit, like we have to wash it off. And I do feel like that's being cleansed. That's being cleansed, and when I mean like spirit, like when I mean like dirt on our spirit, I mean like from others or from other situations, like external situations. If you are making your own spirit, I heard, infected and dirty, and you keep cleaning and cleaning, well, like you have to realize like you can stay clean and like clear, balanced. And that's like also a message, about like clearing, cleansing yourself as well, and knowing that this is being done collectively, and that you also are being cleansed. Your endings will your difficulties are ending for good. Emphasis on for good, because you know like I said, a lot of us have been going through cycles for a long time, that we've been manifesting or praying for better days. And this is a really important message for a lot of people. I feel that a lot of people have some fear that it will never end, or fear that like there's just not, it's not going to be like a change, or just like doubts and fears on that. And I want to say, like, you don't have to worry about that, because because they're ending for good, and you have to trust and believe that your life is not meant to be in this like constant loop of like cycles, and like dealing with the same things. Like you are supposed to be going through changes, you're supposed to be going through growth, and it's not supposed to be stagnant. And for a lot of us, it's like, well, we had no choice, like this is just life. And right now I heard like a big push, so a lot of us will be either like, it's either like we're being pushed, or life is just pushing us, or things, external forces, sources or forces or whatever, are pushing. Everything is being pushed to cause a new change, and to release stagnancy in the collective, in our personal lives, and everything. And I also want to say a quick message that, a lot of us, our difficulties, not like not everyone, of course, like everyone has different difficulties, but I will say that a lot of us, our difficulties come from other people. Our difficulties come from other people trying to make our life difficult. And the message here that I wrote down, these people are very small, insignificant to you and your journey. Remember this. And when I channeled this message, I was very happy and I was very grateful that I was able to receive this message, because I felt like I needed to hear it, but not only me, but I feel like a lot of people need to hear that message, that in the big picture of your life, in the grand scheme of things, and even when you think back, like just think about like future you looking back and what you want to look back on. Like you're not going to think about those insignificant people, those difficulties, those things. Like it's in the grand scheme of your life journey and your purpose. It does not really. It's not. Like they're very small. Like they have a very small role, you know. And even if they may have seemed like they had a big role, they they are not that big. And you know, it's also like how big you got to make them. You give them space in your life and your mind, and you need to make sure you do not give them space in your life or your mind, because they do not deserve it. And you know, also a quick message that like, okay, actually no, I'm not. Okay, never mind. Let me. Okay, so another message is that they are not even a star, and they do not shine. And before I even channeled that, I pulled the star. So look at the star. It's very beautiful. It's very bright. Look at all these stars. When you look at the stars in the sky, you know they shine, and like these people do not shine, and that is why they try to dim your light. So remember that anyone who tries to dim your light, they do not have a light, because if they did, they wouldn't need to dim yours. They wouldn't have any reason to. And you know, it's also about, so sorry, I just yawned. I'm not that tired, but I'm yawning, so I think that's just releasing. Yawning is releasing energy. So I do feel like, you know, there's so much releasing happening right now. A lot of us are releasing our past. A lot of us are releasing people. A lot of us are releasing mindsets. A lot of us are releasing lifestyle, like the way we live. Like they're releasing so much that does not serve us. And I heard like keep releasing, like keep going. Do not look back, because when you look back, you're gonna go back. You're gonna go back there, and you don't want to go back. And you know, for a lot of us, I know that. Okay, I just want to finish that one message. You know, about being, you know, in the grand scheme of things and all of that. You know, the grand scheme of it all is like they don't matter. You know, and they like you didn't come on earth to like deal with these people. Remember that. Like those people are just very miserable, and like they'll try to make your life difficult or whatever, but you gotta do what you gotta do so you can continue living your life purpose. And also, I thought of this analogy of like a video game, right? So like if you're playing a video game and like you say there's like other players in the game, like are you gonna focus on those players, or are you gonna focus on completing the mission and leveling up and winning? You're going to focus on the mission, leveling up and winning. You're not gonna focus on the players. And you know, there is a lot of programming in our collective, in our world, where they want us to focus on the players. They want us to compete. They want us to look at what other people are doing, compare yourself, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like a lot of people need to release that. And even if it's not competition and comparing, it can also just be like you're trying to like complete your mission and level up, but then these players keep trying to get in your way, and they're not focused on their game. Remember that they're not focused on their mission. They're trying to get in your way. So it's just about reminding yourself that, like, think of it as like a video game. Like, there's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be like things happening, but like you still have to focus on your mission. You still have to focus on leveling up and winning, because like you didn't buy or you didn't play that game or buy that game, whatever, to be focused on other people playing that game or watching them play the game, or let like just be like, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be difficult. No, it's not. And I also see here a lot of a lot of us. Okay, so a lot of the endings and the difficulties, some of them are not with just people. Like I said, a lot of us are, so I just had to put that message out there. But I know that for a lot of us, it's a lot of other things. Like um there's a lot of like we all have different difficulties. Like we said, like I feel like a lot of people, it's like money. It could be a difficulty because of like just so there's a lot of reasons why money is like a difficulty for a lot of people. And external sources. I feel like a lot of difficulties are external sources, and I also heard some of them can be internal. Like a lot of us can have internal struggles, and I feel like whatever struggles and difficulties you have, I promise you, like if you've been doing the work to heal this, you will like be able, like you're gonna be moving forward. You're gonna be moving forward. And just looking at these cards now, I feel a lot of introspection. A lot of the collective right now is introspecting, reflecting, realizing what has been going on in their life. Like, how can they make changes? Like, what is needed? And I feel like a lot of like difficult, like I said, difficulties are gonna be ending for good, and this introspection. I also heard like it's all about power, and what you allow, what you focus on, what you want, and all that stuff. So I'm getting this energy of you need to make sure that you don't bring that old cycle in the new cycle. Don't repeat the cycle. Like really introspect and reflect. I feel like a lot of people have been doing this, but just a message to reflect on that part also. And this 10-10, it's like endings, like a new beginnings. And I feel like a lot of the new beginnings, they're gonna be like the complete opposite of your difficulties. So whatever your difficulty was, now think of like the opposite of it, like the positive of it, like the positive opposite of it. Like that is what you're going to get in your new cycle. And I also see here a lot of loss and grief in the collective. And this is not just grief, like when I say loss and grief, I don't just mean of others. I feel this is also like grieving the life that we could have had if XYZ didn't happen, a lot of grief over situations in our life, a lot of grief over these difficulties, a lot of grief. I heard childhood, a lot of grief over childhood, a lot of loss. You know, like I said, this doesn't have to just be losing people. Could just be losing something that meant something to you, or losing a part of your life. Like I said, I feel there's so much grief that we are all working through together and also individually. And you know also, like, I'm getting the message, like, letting yourself grieve is very, very important. Letting yourself grieve is very, very important. Like, really let it out, let all those emotions come out. If it's anger, let it out. If it's sadness, let it out. If it's disgust, let it out. Like, whatever it is, let it out, because this grief, it needs to be processed, and all other emotions, it needs to be processed. It cannot just stay there. It needs to be externalized and transmuted, transformed. And I see here, okay, I'm also getting that a lot of people in the collective, I'm just getting this message right now because I'm just randomly remembering random things. So I feel like, the collective, the message, like, is that a lot of us may be remembering a lot of random things from our past. And I want to say, like, I feel like this is a lot of us, like, going through this right now. It's very weird because it's happening to me right in this moment, like, very, very prominently. Like, it's happening so much. Like, if I wasn't, I feel like if I don't know if I would be still thinking of this, like, that much. So I do feel like, a lot of us, I feel like if you're listening, you might be going through this where you keep remembering stuff from the past. And I feel like the message is, like, these things that are coming in the past, like, make sure to reflect, and make sure you think about it, you introspect on it, you meditate on it, because they, like, not every memory, like, if you're, like, remembering, like, a random memory of, like, you, like, going to the ice cream store, like, that's probably not significant. Maybe it is to you, then, like, that's cool. But, like, finding the introspection of, like, why did this come to mind right now? Like, why is this coming to mind? Because in this, like I said, I was getting, like, random weird old memories coming up, but they were not very significant, they were not important, they were not really anything. Like, they were not anything. So, like, that's obviously not the message. Like, the message is, like, because I feel like if they were important, significant, I would be distracted right now. So it's just the message of, like, me getting those memories coming back, just telling you all that you may also be experiencing, like, getting memories from the past, getting just a lot of memories coming back. And this is so that you can reflect on where you're going, so you know where you've been, so you know where you're going. And I'm sure you've heard that phrase before: to know where you're going, you gotta know where you've been. I also just heard past lives, so I feel like some people in the collective, or you guys are looking into your past lives more, or you've been receiving memories even from your past lives, or receiving downloads, dreams about your past lives. And I also see here, like this weight on your shoulders, weight on this back. Like, you don't need to carry it alone. And even if you do not have another person or soul, like an animal or whatever, to help carry this weight for you or with you, then you can still ask for help from the creator, your spirit guides, or angel, like, whoever you believe in. And I see here also, like, a lot of changes with career, with a lot of people in the collective. A lot of people want to change their career, and I feel like this, I'm hearing, like, some people feel taken advantage of in their career, in their job, or their own business, or whatever, like, whatever you got going on with your money. I'm getting this energy like some people feel they're taking advantage of. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you're getting less than what you're giving, and also not just with money, but it's just the energy I'm getting with money. But like it could be anything else. If you feel like you're getting like less than what you're giving, then like that's a sign for you. Like that has to go. That has to go. I don't know why it became very cold, but it did. So I also am hearing that a lot of I heard like it's never gonna be the same again. It's never gonna be the same. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna be leading, going. I heard going their own way. I think that's a song, right? You can go your own way, something like that. Um, yeah. So I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm gonna go my own way in life. Like I want to follow my own path, and even if other people are gonna be like, what, like, what are you doing? Like you're still gonna have to do it, because like you're following your purpose, you're following your mission, and that's all. Like that's what's most important right now. You know, there's a lot of distractions in the world. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of craziness. But you know, it's also like you can make your own inner world, and your inner world does not have to reflect the outside world. And like this craziness, you know, you can have. Oh my god. Okay, I keep yawning, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Which I feel kind of bad because I really am digging this message. I felt like I would do a little bit longer, but I guess I'll just do like another, maybe a part 2 or just another one, just another message. If there's more messages that come out, I'll do like a part 2, whatever. Okay, so this came out. I just felt randomly called to pull oracle deck. So I hear man holding a coin, 5th chakra, throat chakra. So right away I do feel like this is kind of the energy what I was getting, like financial changes, career changes, like the stuff like that. So I do feel like a lot of the collective will go through that. And I do, like, you know how I was saying, like a lot of people feel like they're being taken advantage of, they're not getting, or they're not like getting equal like exchanges. I feel like I heard like being true to yourself. So a lot of people will be making changes. And I also heard like if this message is for you, like this is a message for you to make those changes so that you can get what you are worthy of. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from my oracle deck so we can pull more messages for the collective. Difficulties are ending for good, for good. I also heard like plan, like look forward to new, like what are you looking forward to? Like focus on that. And I also heard like put yourself in the shoes of like where you want to be in like 5 years, 10 years. Like think about that and put yourself there. Put yourself there and like visualize it. Like think about it. Like what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna be? Who are you gonna be around? What are you gonna do? I think I already said what are you gonna do? Like how are you gonna make money? Like what are you gonna do for fun? Like what are you gonna do in 5 years? What are you gonna do in 10 years? Just thinking about the future a little bit, you know, looking forward, like having something to look forward to, like having goals, because this will really help push in this new cycle and like focusing on this new cycle and not the past. Keep going. Set your foundation. Focus on what you want. Focus on love. So I feel like that's kind of what I was saying, about like you gotta know where you're going to know where you gotta know where you've been to know where you're going, and like setting the foundation of this, and focusing on like what you want in life, like what you love, because like I said, like those external things that are causing difficulties, it's not your life journey, it's not your life purpose. You didn't come on earth to just have difficulties. Like, no. So focus on what you want. Focus on love. You're on the right path. So keep going, collective. Keep going. Stay faithful and patience. Turtle wins the race. So I do feel with the patience coming out that like, a lot of us are like, when is the cycle gonna end? Like, what is this gonna end? Like, what is this gonna end? So that I can have this new beginning. And this patience card is coming out. Turtle wins the race. I feel like a lot of the collective, like, you will understand why you had to wait, or not just waiting, but you understand why patience was needed, why like things took a little while. And with patience also comes like knowing that patience also comes with knowing that like these things will come. And when you think about turtle winning the race, the rabbit or like the hare or whatever is like rushing, right? It's rushing, and then they get tired. So like that's just the energy of like, if you just rush yourself to the finish line, or to the finish line of your goals or whatever, and all of that stuff, then you will have to, like, you're gonna have to, you're gonna like be tired before the finish line, like even before you even get to the finish line. And so that's why you need to pace yourself. Be patient, because it is required for your new cycle and your new, like, for these endings to begin, that you need to take time to heal and make sure you really, really release all of it, so you don't bring it forward with you, because we don't want to bring it with us, so we have large impact. So this is saying that these difficulties have made a large impact on you, and this is being replaced with a new positive thing that will make a large impact. So, like, I think I said this before, like, anything that has been difficult, it will be replaced with positivity, with joy. So organize, plan, prepare, and choose peace. So organize, plan, prepare for these new cycles, and give yourself permission. So whatever you need to give yourself permission to do in order to embrace this new cycle and to embrace these endings of difficulties ending, give yourself permission to do the things that you want to do, whether it's speaking up, whether it's going on a different path, whatever it is, do it. And then we have organize, plan, and prepare. So this is about like the new cycle that's coming, and pacing yourself, and like also being organized with it and preparing, planning for this. And we have choose peace. So, like being like right away, it's just like because of these difficulties, like when we think of difficulties, they're not that peaceful. But we can choose peace. We can choose to feel peace within. We can choose how we want to feel in that moment, even if things are horrible, even if we are in the midst of chaos. We can still be internally peaceful. And I'm thinking about meditation right now. With meditation, like some people think you have to like only do meditation in a specific place, when it's quiet, when you're sitting down cross-legged. No, like you can walk around meditation. You can be dancing in meditation. You can go to the store, grocery shop, and be meditating the whole time. And so that's the message, is that choosing peace. Because when we think about meditation, it's about kind of clearing our mind. Like when I meditate, like I don't think. I'm just like clear. I'm just clear. And and I also think about, when I think about choose peace, I'm also getting this image of like, sometimes I've had in my life where I've just been in, like, I've literally been in the midst of chaos, and like even like just like chaos, okay, just chaos. And I was still able to find peace because it was just within. Like, even though my external life, my world was not peaceful, I still chose peace within my heart. And that's the point, choosing peace. And freedom. Believe in yourself. You will be more than okay. So that, I love that freedom is here, because I do feel like freedom is freedom from the difficulties that are ending. And a lot of people, their new cycle is about freedom, wanting freedom. You will have all the freedom to live life how you want, how you like. And we also have believe in yourself. So believe in yourself and believe that you deserve everything that you want. Believe that you deserve everything you need. And you will be more than okay. I promise you. I promise you, you will be more than okay. Release the fears. Release it, because these are not coming with you. These fears are not coming with you. These difficulties are not coming with you. All of it is just, it's pointless. It's pointless. It's like I said, it's not adding anything. It's not a part of your life journey. Focus on your life journey. Choose peace. Believe in yourself. Focus on freedom in the future, and you will be way more than okay. I promise you. Your new beginning and your new cycles, you have no idea how amazing it will be. And when you're there, you're going to be like, wow. Wow. That's all you're going to see, like, wow. And so that's all I have to say. That's all the messages I have to share. Thank you for listening. I love you. Nuja.